Hey, it's me, Weirdo, and today I will be going through my very first art fight prep and eventually getting my profile to look like this. So here we go. So the first thing I drew was actually a banner. I watched a lot of art fight prep videos, and I saw that a lot of people who want to make their art fight profile look super interesting, they made a banner. So this is what I did. Just me drawing surrounded by plushies, and then my handle and stuff. And I definitely think it adds a lot of character to my profile. And also the banner is going to be helpful for commissions and stuff, which are open, by the way. Check out my Instagram if you are interested. Now we're finally on the exciting part of art fight prep, which is actually making OC references. So this is my very first year participating in art fight. So I was a little confused and unsure about what I should put on an OC reference guide. But from what I've collected after watching a bunch of videos and seeing a lot of comments and stuff online about it, just a general photo, like a full body illustration of your OC with minimal shading and a basic information about them and the color swatches. That's all you really need. So that's what I did. This is Uriel, which is actually my very first OC ever, and she has had a lot of redesigns over the years, and this is what her most current design is at the moment. Her whole character is inspired by the color purple, and you will most definitely see that after you see the finished result. And Uriel has gone through a lot of phases. She originally was an anthro, and she also had these powers. It was very Gacha Life-esque, but we fixed that later. Basically, she is this girl who is in high school, obviously. What do you expect? It's an OC, and she is kind of a little lost in the family department. She has gone through many foster families in her childhood, so she's kind of set on the fact that she's kind of like an adult for herself now. But since she is a teenager, she is kind of irresponsible. She's definitely more of the type of person to focus on what she feels in the moment. She's definitely not going to think about or plan anything ahead if there is a situation where there needs to be. She was supposed to be the main character in the universe, but that changed later, and you'll see why. She's also a very critical or crucial character for this other OC, and his name is Jackson right here. Jackson is severely depressed. He is going through a really tough time. His parents, they're just too busy for him. Well, kind of his whole life, so he has a hard time with social interactions, just making friends, because he never really had many opportunities to have that experience. And the fact that he is so neglected is really taking a toll on himself. So when Uriel met him and became friends with him, he immediately got attached, because this is his only friend ever. Naturally, he started having feelings for her, but those feelings are not reciprocated. Uriel is strictly platonic, and unfortunately for him, he is so attached to Uriel that he just can't let go of this crush, and it's become a full-blown obsession, and he's just too nervous to really do anything about it, so it's just eating at him every day. Jackson was actually supposed to be a random side character at first. When I was 10 or so, I made a little mini comic about Uriel's like story or a day in school, and Jackson literally only talked to her for like 2 or 3 panels, and then he was never seen again. He was just supposed to be that one random emo looking friend, but then I kind of got attached to him, and I developed him a little bit more, and now he's just officially my punch bag OC. I like making him suffer. I'm not afraid to say that, and I'm not gonna apologize for it, because it's just so fun. Okay, so this OC of mine, she's my favorite. Well, one of my favorites, because she's so stinking cute and she's so tiny. But for this girl, her name is Emmy. Okay, and her story's kind of dark. I saw an old paragraph of her lore I wrote down in one notebook when I was like in 8th grade. And I can't read it out loud because it's a little too detailed. So I'm gonna have to dumb it down.
Yeah.
Basically, Emmy is part of a family that moved to Japan to pursue their modeling and advertising career. And since her parents are so into this career, like they're renowned models, naturally when they had children, they got dragged into this as well. And Emmy, she is on the quieter side and she doesn't really like having attention like that. So her parents kind of just never really connected with her. But she adored her older sister. So her older sister was there to comfort her whenever she got overwhelmed. And it's cute, okay? But Ayako, which is her older sister, and Emmy, they were playing in their very luxurious backyard because they're very rich in Japan. And unfortunately, there was an accident when they were playing hide and seek, and Emmy had found Ayako in a very bad state. I'm trying to word this very delicately, but Ayako had been attacked by something.
Had been oofed.
Stop! She was attacked by something, and so Emmy desperately is trying to figure out what's wrong and helping her when the creature that had attacked Ayako suddenly jumped out and tried to attack Emmy as well. And so she eventually was able to fend herself off. She managed to drag her back home. But unfortunately, the creature that had attacked her had an infectious disease that made him basically turn into monsters and just completely change their attributes, their characteristics, and their attitude. So Emmy was transformed into this, and unfortunately, when her parents saw this, they immediately drove her out their home. And now she was banished and now just roaming, lost in that forest, trying to figure out a way that she can just go back home. This character is actually pretty recent. So her backstory or her lore is a little bit more vague, a little more iffy. But her name is Maliron. And the whole reason I created this OC is because I found out about a Italian mask that was very popular in the 17th and 18th century, which was called a Moretta mask, which was the whole point of a Moretta mask was to conceal your face so that you could look very mysterious. And it's a very desirable mask because you don't know who it is underneath it. It's like, oh, that's low-key sexy, like, oh my gosh. and I was like, so the whole point is to conceal your identity. Well, I kind of want to make an OC about that. So Maliron, she is she's a princess, and she's actually terminally ill, unfortunately. And when she found out about this, she was very sad. And the king and queen never really wanted to risk her getting hurt now that she's terminally ill, and the disease is obviously affecting her strength. So the king and queen were basically trapping her and keeping her in their palace. And she is a very, I guess, kind of playful gal. She likes exploring. When she was a child, she loved going outside in their gardens and just going on trips. So she feels very wronged about this. She doesn't want to stay inside. So in order to cope with having to just constantly be sheltered, she takes this Moretta mask and sneaks into royal events, and she has fun, she has drinks, she dances around, but she may have met a certain someone, but to figure that out first. I keep forgetting to say this, but any advice for art fight is greatly appreciated. I'm actually begging for it at this point. Please, if you have done art fight before, please leave any advice. I'm scared, but I'm also excited. Okay, anyway, this character, his name is Jerry. Yep. He's not a very serious character. Honestly, I kind of drew him in the middle of class a couple years ago. He's definitely just a doodle OC, but I kind of like him.
Box man.
Yeah, he's literally wearing a box. That's the whole point. of him. His he never takes it off in public. Only his wife sees him. His wife and his children. Yes, he can pull a gal, but he's a little strange man. He is a kindergarten teacher. And some of the parents are a little creeped out by him, but his students actually adore him because he makes the class fun with his box head, and he actually lets his student make box heads for themselves too if they want to. But the main reason why the parents at the school get creeped out whenever they have to have a parent-teacher conference or something with Jerry is that whenever he has the box on his head, you don't see like his actual eye. Like, it's just, you don't see the shape of his eye, like the eyelid and the eyelashes and stuff. As soon as his box comes on, it's like the cutout becomes the eyeball. And no one really knows exactly how that works, if there's some sort of film between it. But it actually looks like those are the size of his eyeballs. So, is he human? Is he something else? No one knows for sure. But I'll leave that one up to you. This year, I joined Team Tragedy, and I changed my Sona up a bit for the card to kind of match the theme. And please, again, if you have any advice, I would love it. Please, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to my lore for my OCs. And please, if you are interested, tell me our fight profile so I can follow you and I can look at your super cool OCs. And also, if you are interested in commissions, they are open. So hit me up, DM me on Instagram if you are interested in that. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!